Good Monday morning, of course. It's that time of the week again where we take a look at some of the modern coins to sell in the past 7 days. So this is your Monday market report for the week ending April 7th, 2019. So like as always, okay, the best way that you can support my channel is to go ahead and hit that there like button, all right, and feel free to share and subscribe the content that you see today. All right. So, first week in April, what kind of crazy, insane stuff did we see in the first week of the month? Well, honestly, I think because of the April Fool's holiday, if you could really call it a holiday, we we were greeted to probably some of the wackiest auction listings so far this year. I would say that some of the probably craziest, most offbeat type of sales for probably the last year or so. I haven't seen anything this diverse and just way out in the left field than I did this past week. So I'd like to share some of these sales with you. So, a couple notable eBay sales finalized this past week, and well, one of them definitely sold. The other one, I'll get into a little bit of information on this. Maybe it's not all that it seems, but it's definitely worth mentioning. If anything, it's more of a warning bulletin for everyone about listings like this. So the first coin, or should I say bullion, is a 1995 W American Silver Eagle. We definitely have one of these on the list, and it's not every day that you get to talk about one of the rarest Silver Eagle bullion coins ever in existence. Now, why is it exactly on this list? Well, I said it's rare, but how rare is it? Well, the U.S. Mint only produced 30,125 of these coins, okay? And they weren't just made available as a singular piece. They were actually included in an ultra kind of exclusive set, okay? If you weren't on the U.S. Mint website when this came out, or actually there was no website, but if you weren't around to see this coin for sale, it was an instant sellout. But it was only available in an anniversary set made available for that particular year. It kind of flew in under the radar because I think at this point in the mid-90s, there were less and less people ordering mint products, okay? And more so, the coin market wasn't nearly as robust as it was 10 years prior. So this one right here sold on eBay April 5th, so just a few days ago, and this is probably the craziest amount of money that you'll ever hear a Silver Eagle fetch at auction. But this particular bullion coin, well, it sold for $20,000. Okay, you could go and check it out for yourself in the completed auctions. Because this thing is absolutely bonkers. I think bonkers is probably putting it light, because typically when we think of Silver Eagles, we don't pay $20,000 for one singular example. But there are a number of collectors out there that have kind of made this series their daddy. Okay, and there are a number of people that pay through the nose for premier examples of certain dates. This is one of them. So this particular example here, graded NGC Proof 70 Ultra Cameo. So it is the finest grade ever of a rather exclusive coin that you just don't see anywhere else. So this is the first coin I wanted to talk about. I told you it's going to be wacky, and this one certainly fits the bill. So the next one, this is the one that I wanted to send just a quick little bulletin out on. It's a 2015 W Native American Enhanced Dollar Coin. Okay, this one has the Mohawk Ironworkers reverse. You don't see too many of these out there in circulation, but especially this one right here is even tougher because it was only made available in the coin and currency set that was sold during that year. Okay, if you haven't heard about the coin and currency set, okay, it's a few coins and I believe it's either a $1 or a $2 bill that was included with this set, and only the enhanced was included for sale in this one. So that's the only way that you could pick up that particular finish. So this one, allegedly, and there's going to be a reason why I say that word, sold on eBay for $10,950 April 4th. Okay, and this one graded PCGS SP 69. And here's the thing. This one also has a pretty neat variety. It's a doubled edge lettering. I would venture to guess as there's only probably a couple of the doubled edge lettering on this particular coin, seeing as how I only think the John Adams presidential dollar was the only other coin to exhibit this doubled edge lettering. To see one on a Native American dollar coin, let alone an enhanced kind of finish coin, it is kind of a rare treat. So here's the thing. This listing says it's a confirmed sale. However, if you went into that confirmed sale, the seller had relisted it. So I don't know if a buyer had backed out of it or whatever the circumstances revolving around this sale is. But I wanted to kind of throw caution to the wind for anyone that's looking to spend that kind of money on a coin like this. Me personally, it's not my cup of tea, only because if I were going to spend $10,000 on a coin, it would probably something be a little bit older, something that'll retain its value over time, if not appreciate. Okay, but on this particular case, it's showing up as a relist for $99.95 with a buy it now option, I believe, of $12.9 if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted to throw this one out there as kind of a precautionary type of, a bulletin, so to speak. I don't know how legitimate the seller is because he only has a feedback of 8 or 9. And his last activity was last year. Okay, and a few coins that he did sell through his eBay site, they're all relatively cheap coins, 20, 30 bucks. So again, I'm questioning the validity of this coin as being one that he actually owns. I might be wrong, I don't know. But anyways, that's the 2015 Native American Enhanced with the doubled edge lettering. So we're going to get into a few of the kind of normal general stuff. There are some pretty significant coins to sell this week. A number of nickels had popped in through great collections. We're going to talk about that. Along with some of the more other offbeat kind of strange inclusions on this list. But the next coin up, okay, and this is right outside the 1950 kind of boundary line that I usually set on modern coins. But this one is a 1949 Jefferson nickel. All right, this one right here graded out NGC rather. Mint State 66 full steps. I mean, it is a pleasing looking coin. It's got nice lustrous surfaces. It's a generally tougher grade to come by on this particular date, because oftentimes the strikes are pretty soft in the 1949s. This one sold again through great collections for $4,218.75, and all of GC's listings ended yesterday as of the 7th, so they just made the cutoff for the Monday market report. So we have that one there. Okay, the next coin that we have here is a 1963D Jefferson nickel. This is, above all else, one of the toughest dates to find with full steps. But this one right here is a PCGS graded Mint State 65 full stepper. This one sold for a boatload of cash, and that's $4,674.38. And I'm going to harken back to the mid-90s because someone had said, hey, nobody uses off the chain anymore, but this coin is off the chain. Again, it has the requisite planchet nicks on the reverse at the bottom set of stairs on Monticello. But apparently PCGS thinks that this is a full steps coin. All right, it's sold, it's there, it's attributed as such. So I have no other questions or comments about that one. So the next coin that we have here is going to be a different denomination, obviously, but it's a 1956D quarter, Washington quarter. This one graded out PCGS Mint State 67 Plus, CAC certified. This one is also toned. Probably my least favorite type of look on a coin. I mean, the toning is there. You can tell it's all original and crusty. However, it's got milk spots, things of that nature. I mean, the coin might be free of nicks and dings to help justify the 67 plus grade. Eye appeal wise, it's just not me. This one sold for $6,187.50. Probably top of the market for a coin like this, and with this particular instance, okay, this is going to be a registry set inclusion, no doubt about it. But I just don't see this coin commanding that kind of money ever again. And I would imagine over time, the actual appearance of the coin with the toning, might hold this one back from selling for a good deal of money. So anyways, that's the 5060 Washington quarter. So we have another quarter here for you. It's about 43 years removed from the other one, and this one is actually going to take your breath away because, I have talked about it before, but some high-grade earlier state quarters from 99, 2000, 2001, all right, these are sleepers in the market, okay? And this particular example right here is a choice example of such a notion, all right? And this is a 1999P Pennsylvania State Quarter. This one graded out PCGS Mint State 68. It is indeed a top pop coin. There are no other grades finer. This one sold for $1,181.25. All right. Again, the market justifies that kind of price point for these coins where you would think there'd be finer grades than 68, but the first couple years of rollout of the state quarters, the quality of the planchets and the overall just execution of these coins left a little bit to be desired. You've heard me say it before. Mint State 65, 66 tends to be the norm for these coins, but it's great to see another state quarter listing that sold in excess of $1,000. Okay, that's not bad. So coming up next, we have a 1953 Franklin half dollar. Again, the toning, not my favorite, although it speaks to the originality and the crustiness of the coin. The toning is what I would consider to be mottled, if not a little bit dark, and probably on the terminal side. You do have little pockets of color here and there, but aside from that, it's a rather, I would say, unattractive look for someone like me that prefers more vivid colors and radiantness in such a coin. So this one right here, sold through Great Collections. It's a PCGS graded Mint State 67, CAC certified, and, of course it's toned for $2,980.12. I think in this case, because there was no full bell lines, someone actually loved the toning enough to pay that kind of money. So the last two coins are certainly the strangest of them all. Okay, the first one that we have here is a 1979 Susan B. Anthony. When have you known from me to talk about Susan B. Anthony's that often? Okay, I think I had talked about it maybe a month ago on another listing. But this one right here is a PCGS Mint State 67 with the wide rim. This one sold for $2,137.50. And finally, we have one more Susan B. Anthony that I'd like to kind of sling out there. And this is another 79p. This one is, however, the narrow rim. Okay, so the rim isn't quite close to the 9 in the date. This one is a PCGS graded Mint State 68, top pop, population 1, which means it's the only one in 68. So it should command all the money. And I would say it sure did at $5,288.62 62 cents. I can't believe I just said that. But anyways, this is an absolutely insane coin. Okay, nobody ever thinks like, oh yeah, my Susan B. Anthony is worth $5,000. No. Well, maybe in this case it is. It's an extremely short series, and I'm happy to say that if something sells for $5,000 like this, stranger things can happen, folks. But anyways, that wraps up the Monday Market Report for the week ending April 7th. Hope you guys had a good time. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.